As a result, it turned out that aviation was forced to work from an even greater distance in order to not to enter the air defense range zone or to develop new methods to overcome this defense. For this, special modifications of aircraft were created and only for this purpose intended ammunition. That is, both sides of the hostilities have been complicating their weapon systems, making them more and more expensive, while ground targets, meanwhile, remained if ever attainable, but at least at a very high price. As a result, it turned out that the ground armed forces had no incentive to make key changes, and if the opponents converged so that one of them did not have aviation or adequate air defense, then it was simply destroyed from the air, to such an extent that the ground forces had only to clean up after aviation. But the situation in Syria has shown that aviation can also be stumped if the enemy initially proceeds from the fact that he has nothing to oppose the enemy in terms of air. As soon as such an enemy switched from actions in the style of a regular army and scattered in small units across the terrain, then the aviation immediately had problems. It simply could not see targets. And the mobile units, meanwhile, acquired effective and easy means of destroying military equipment, for instance tanks, that have not changed dramatically since the Second World War. Tanks remained the same metal boxes armed with cannons. Yes, they began to move faster, shoot farther, and more accurately, received an active armor kit, but in essence, they remained the same tanks as they were before. But the means of destruction, the vehicle, which cost several $1,000,000, are already fit in the soldier's backpack. And if so, then the war becomes flat again. The only thing that aviation could do was to work on squares again, hoping to destroy all living things in some kind of square. But waging a war this way leads to a total destruction and raises a question why it was started at all, because in the end, the prize itself for which everything was started is destroyed. And as a result, we see the same picture on the battlefield. Trenches in which the infantry is hiding military equipment dug into the ground, and behind trucks providing logistics. So a flat battlefield looks pretty much exactly like it did during the Second World War. But then a new, game-changing player appears on the battlefield, and it has two amazing qualities. The first is a sniper accuracy. Drones are capable of operating in a paradigm of one shot, one dead. So they are capable of destroying a specific target with one single blow. Well, the second quality is that it's relatively cheap to manufacture. Moreover, this relativity is formed both from a linear comparison of the same ammunition for an unmanned vehicle and a comparison of the efficiency of a MLRS missile or an artillery shell and a drone. You just need to consider how many missiles and projectiles need to be fired to hit one target and compare their cost with the cost of a drone that is guaranteed to hit the target. Moreover, drones are able to patrol over the battlefield for hours, looking for their targets and only after that strike. Plus, due to their small size and virtually no metal in their design, they become invisible to modern air defense systems. And moreover, even if you start firing missiles at them, the cost of the missiles will turn out to be many times higher than the price of a drone.